Hi Aquarius, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. Each month I offer a special reading with a great discount. So if you would like to know more about the special offer for the month of November, just email me as well and I will gladly provide all the info. Or if you would like to support and donate to my channel, you can do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Aquarius, I do feel like this mid-month of November brings a tendency or a propensity, let's say, over the flow of this 2 weeks, 3 weeks to have some misunderstandings between you and others and what you and other people are kind of interpreting as being as what is being said. Okay, there's an issue here with being, how can I say in English, it's like being very sure, very sure of your own truth, to a point where maybe you're not being open that there are other points of view that are being presented in this same situation, and other truths that are also worth something into the situation that may not be that you may not be the most open to. I feel like your mind during this time for some reason is a little bit stubborn, and it's like narrow, you know what I mean? You want to see what you want to see. You may not be as open, okay, to the healthy exchange of different points of views and perspectives as maybe before. I also feel like you may feel like others are attacking or criticizing your life, your points of views. You may be feeling like you are being put into question about something that you don't allow, and so you are again fighting back in the same tone. And there may be too much of I want to say a childish energy here between discussions during this period of time. And also most of these discussions that are being shown here, most of them are kind of being they are happening not because of what's really being said or not because of what's really going on, but more because of the way possibly both parties are completely misunderstanding what each other are saying. So taking things personally or as offensive or as critical when they are not. And this is a product of the Seven of Cups as your advice, telling you to really take your time and take your time to clear your mind and the fogginess in your mind before you say something, before you precipitate yourself or you jump into conclusions about something, especially if it's something that again is about issues with communication. It can be online communication, phone calls, it can be critical opinions. There's a lot of an opinionated energy that can be easily go overboard. Okay, it's one thing to have an opinion, a solid and in-depth opinion about a matter, and especially giving it when you are asked to. And then there's that difference of just thinking that just because we see things differently, we have the right to condemn or criticize choices and decisions of people that, even though are in our lives, they have their own truth, and they have their own personality and their own life to live. So I feel like you're dealing with this. It can be someone doing this to you, and it can be you doing this to someone. And I feel like it's a little bit just childish. This Page of Swords is one of those cards that, let's be careful about it, because it really has a tendency to just come to something. It's like something comes to their mind and they don't use a filter and they just put it out. And sometimes words can be really misunderstood, and you may end up, you know, hurting someone or just causing a problem where it's not needed, because you're not putting some attention, okay, into what you are manifesting when you are communicating, and when you are giving opinions, and when you are giving your ideas, and when you are talking. Basically, there's an issue with talking, communication. And the Magician is the challenge, which is interesting, which is another card really oriented towards communication. So the challenge is for you to be more open-minded, okay, towards everything that's being presented to you during this time, because there are factors about it that are not really as they seem. So if someone, maybe if you immediately think that someone is attacking you or criticizing you, it may not be exactly it. It may be the way you are, again, interpreting the words by taking things personally, or vice versa. Someone may be doing the same to you. So, open-minded is required. I also feel like you are not, it's like your mind is in focus, your intellectual skills, your intellectual pursuits, your desire to learn, your desire to write, your desire to talk, all of that is in focus, but you are being maybe too analytical about things, and not putting enough energy into the creative factor, okay? Maybe you're not as, you're not being able to see, okay, things that are beyond appearances. You know what I mean? Seeing the reason behind someone's motivations and words and attitudes. You're not really, I don't feel like the majority of you are really as able to do so during this period, because there's a lot of confusion and irrational, okay, irrational tendencies, okay, to be the conduct of energy towards what's being said and thought. So your mind may not be in the right place, and you may need some time, okay, because the Seven of Cups is the advice. Take your time, let the fog, okay, decrease its intensity, and then analyze what you really have in front of you. Don't jump into conclusions. That's the main energy here. I also feel like you may receive news or information that will push your buttons, and you may have this desire to lash out on something that is not of your, something that you will not please you, most likely, but you're being asked to, again, use your bigger thinking, use your incredible intellectual powers to not, you know, put your mind in this box, okay, in this box mentality. And usually Aquarius are not like this, but Aquarius can easily become too attached to their thinking in ways that they become stubborn about it, about the opinions they have, and you know, sometimes being too disconsiderate about others, that there are others' views, there are others' truths, and yours is yours. It doesn't mean it's right, it just means it's yours. So for Aquarius dealing with this, it's important to maybe be a little bit detached, okay, from your own thinking. Be more detached from your opinions, be more detached from your views. This is where usually we have issues, is in detaching ourselves from thinking and feeling and just being. Because it's like, yes, you think things and you feel things, but that's not it, okay? That's not just what it is. That's what you are experiencing. But that's not the definition, okay, of the reality you are living, neither of who you are. It's like that opinion or that idea that we are not what we think, we are not what we feel. We are not. That's the part, okay, of our as we grow and as we mature and as we spiritually develop ourselves, and we understand that we are just here kind of a witness to all of this spectrum in life. We realize that there are many things that we so fiercely believe it's us, and in reality it's not. It's something that is being maybe expressed during a period of time through us, but it doesn't have to be, you know, that it's like I feel like some of you want to have this moral you know, code and norms that are just this, a very military approach to things. And you know, then when dealing with human relationships, there can be issues with clashes and differences, and this is where your thinking is being tested and how attached you are to your own truth and your own opinions. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.